Hey folks, welcome to Horsemanship 101 again today. I want to talk about a couple of recent articles that I've come across and discussions that I've read, and reiterate some things I've talked about before. Is one of the things about horsemanship, and if you ever want to improve you or your horse, there's something that one other guy says is, if you want your horse to change, you have to change. I've always said that one of the keys to good horsemanship is you've got to be willing to admit you're wrong. You have to be willing to be wrong and admit you make mistakes, and admit when things are your fault. Own the problems that you create. And unfortunately, that seems to be very hard for people, and I had a couple of reminders of that just recently. In one horse group, somebody posted a question. They had a problem with their horse doing certain things, and they wanted a solution to the problem, but they didn't want to admit that they'd done anything wrong to cause the problem in the first place. So after they got some truth, they didn't like what they heard and deleted the post. Sorry, they're never going to get any help. Another one was another group hosted by a very respectable, very good trainer, clinician. Somebody had posted a picture of a problem they were having with their horse. They were riding it, and of course, it turned into a debacle about helmets again. And this is where it kind of connects together. I'm going to unfortunately have to talk a little bit about helmets, but it has a lot to do with admitting when the problem is actually your own fault. And of course, this video unfortunately turned into a helmet discussion, pro and con and everything else, and he'd had enough of that and deleted it and basically said, hey, if you want to have a debate on helmets, go start your own page. He makes it very clear he's not against helmets. He doesn't actually use one himself, but he's absolutely got nothing against helmets and doesn't want to hear a discussion about it. Made it very clear. Somebody actually posted a comment about the brain's a very important part of the body, and I've actually heard several people say that. You should protect it. And his response to that was, my brain also says that I don't want broken back, legs, or arms either, so I'm going to prevent the accident and not get on an unprepared horse. Brilliant. And along with that, in that thread, somebody else made a comment, and this goes right back to not admitting whose fault it is. They said, geez, my cinch broke when I was riding, and if I wasn't wearing a helmet, I would have got hurt real bad when I hit that log. The helmet wasn't an issue. If they had been checking their tack properly, they would never hit that log in the first place, and they wouldn't have needed a helmet. So that's my thing, is they had to admit that they made a mistake. They didn't admit they made a mistake. Cinches don't just break without warning. The material will rot. It'll wear through the D-rings, depending whether if they're one piece or not. If they got a weld on them, the weld can crack. They don't just up and break on you without warning. So obviously they weren't inspecting their tack. They caused the accident through their own laziness and by not doing what they should have been doing and looking after their equipment. And so it was their fault. But no, it was all about the helmet to them. They didn't even recognize the fact that they caused the accident in the first place, which kind of goes to my next thing here is this fellow right here that I've been working with. He's come along really good. I'm quite impressed with him. But I was actually asked, would you ride him? And my answer to that is no. Not yet. I absolutely will someday, but not yet. He's not ready. And I'm going to prevent an accident by not getting on him yet, because he's not ready, and I'd go backwards if I actually got on him right now. I'd end up undoing a lot of work, and I'd be putting myself unnecessarily at risk. Because the day that I get on him, there's not going to be a problem. I am going to do my part to prevent the accident by making sure he is properly prepared before I ever get on his back, so that when I do ride him, I'm not going to be wearing a helmet, okay? And it's not because I don't think helmets do any good. I have nothing against helmets, but the fact of the matter is I want to get on a safe horse. I want this horse to be safe when I get on them, and that is my goal, is to make a safe horse, to make a safe, whole, happy horse that we don't have to worry about it. We don't need a helmet, and that's what I'm talking about. Take responsibility for the accidents you cause, the scenarios you create on your own because of things that you do, getting on horses that are ill-prepared, and stuff like that. It doesn't matter whether or not you're wearing a safety vest, body armor, helmets, or anything else. If you get on a horse that you have no business being on in the first place, you're going to get hurt one way or another. That helmet's only going to protect a very small part of your body, and if you create an accident, it's going to be your own fault when you get hurt. and take responsibility for that, accept responsibility for that. I don't like getting hurt, so I'm going to make sure this horse is safe before I get on him. Simple as that. Think about it. Is it your fault, or is it the horse's fault? Is the helmet going to help? Those are all things you got to think about. I'm into safety, and this is what I'm into here. And I'm going to make this guy safe. Have a good day, folks.